Okay, and then we're gonna start. So take a moment here, make yourself comfortable. Take a moment, ground your sit bones wherever they are, cushion chair. Bring your spine in an upright position. Roll the shoulders one time up to the ear and back. So now the chest is more open. And then you can softening all the muscles in the face. And maybe you want to scan your body from the top to the bottom. Go through each and every part mentally. And if you encounter tension, tightness, you can always take a stronger exhale and inviting exactly these areas to soften up, to release. First, we really preparing our body because body and mind are interconnected. And if the body is relaxed, the mind will very easily follow into a more relaxed state. And then we can also allow the mind now to arrive in a space where we can meditate. Let go of all worries. Drop everything outside now. And give yourself this inner permission for this next 30 minutes just to be present and here. Right now, there is no plans to do, nothing to think about. You can just allow yourself completely to be present. And then we can also now, having physically arrived for meditation mentally, now we can start by adding on our daily motivation or morning motivation for today. And here, just take a moment. Can you acknowledge all the precious conditions coming together that we can meditate together? You have some inner insight that you wish to develop yourself. You have all the outer circumstances, food, shelter, security, protection, that you can sit down and meditate. How marvelous that is. Just give yourself a smile. Rejoice in that precious opportunity. And we can also see that through developing ourselves, through working on ourselves, we will bring our best qualities to the world around us, to become more kind, more generous, more patient, more good. So really meditation is something we do for ourselves, and through that benefiting each and everyone around us. How marvelous that is. And then with this open quality that we really wish to meditate for a better world, let's now, highly motivated, bring our mind onto your breath. And here you can either focus on the entrance of the nostril, this small triangle today, or you can stay with the area of the belly. Just for some minutes, we're gonna now stabilizing the mind on the breath. So now just be fully aware when you are breathing in and when you are breathing out. And every time your mind goes away from the breath, gently guide it. Every distraction is welcome. We can make it part of our practice. So when you notice you have gone away from the breath, wherever you are, simply relax body and mind a little bit more. Release the thought, the emotion, the feeling, and then return back to the simple sensations of the breath. abdomen, or nostrils. Thoughts appears, feelings, memory plans. Just let them naturally pass without putting them closer and just focus on the breath. Another minute here. Now we will starting our guided practice on mental cause and effect. And yeah, we're gonna start now. We're going to 4 steps. As I said, usually a beautiful practice done in the evening, but it can also be very nice in the morning to take it as a motivation to be the best version of ourselves today. Because this meditation really can plant seeds in our mind to cultivate action we did a good that day even more. And it can also diminish a little bit the things we may regret. And we will start now by rejoicing. And rejoicing is a term for reflecting on your good actions of the day. Now I want you to think back on your day yesterday, from the moment you woke up to the moment you sat down, or maybe the night to now, in the last 24 hours. Try to catalog all the good things that you did. Maybe just smiling at someone, maybe you were helping someone or people around you. Maybe even it's your job to help people, still you helped people. Just take a moment rejoicing in everything you have done good in this last 24 hours. Just rejoicing also in having done your job, having done it well when you were working yesterday. And there are also special kindness. Sometimes life gives us the gift of being able to help someone a little bit more. So, yeah, maybe you were helping someone. Maybe you just tried in your own way to be a good person yesterday. So just for a moment, simply rejoice in the good deeds of the last 24 hours, but also you can reflect on all the good things you did in your life, helping someone when this person had a problem, maybe just listening, giving a hug, whatever. You were there for someone or helped an animal. Just from your heart, rejoice in the good actions you did. I also might want to put a little smile on your lips. Can really put together all the goodness that you did yesterday or this last days and just feel really good about yourself. Feel good for yourself. And now with this more open hearts now, we're gonna go a little step further. We will move now from rejoice to regret. And regret is not guilt or shame, because guilt and shame are when we feel bad about ourselves, when we judge ourselves, when we think we are a bad person for what we've done. But regret is actually very different to guilt and shame. Regret is just sincerely acknowledging that we may did something wrong, we did something harmful for ourselves or others, and that we really honestly, sincerely prefer not to have done it. And we would also prefer not to do it again. So now I invite you to bring to mind one specific action from the last 24 hours that you regret. And this action can just serve as an example for everything else you regret that happened during this day. Try to see it clearly, what happened, how you felt. And also think about how much you would have preferred not to have done that. Take a moment finding that situation or situations from this last day. And then also imagine what you could have done instead. Maybe you could have said something different, reacted differently. Or not said anything at all or not reacting at all. Sometimes really good to not do or say something. A quiet restraint is often, sometimes or many times, the best course of the action. And then now, it's also, you should not feel bad about that's really not, because we did something wrong. It's okay. We are not inherently a bad person. We are here to learn, right? So we did something wrong, but because we did something wrong, it allows us to do it right or better for the future. And this practice of regrets allows us to go into the feeling of forgiving ourselves, of understanding that your actions are part of a conscious and unconscious condition. It's a result of the human's mind, reactive evolution of the imprints, maybe even by your parents, your school, your workplace, the media. And not all of this is good. Many things that they teach, many things they teach that revenge is good, that self-righteousness, anger is helpful, but that's actually not the true, because there we harming us. Which is truly helpful is like this sincere regret, to really wish from our heart to not having it done, and we in a way try really from our heart to make it better next time, similar situation. And now we're gonna move on, and we go from this more rational thinking even beyond. We're practicing now the remedy. And here we're going to work now with a little visualization. So now I invite you, imagine that your body is now becoming energized. That you become like a hollow shell in the shape of your body. A glowing shell, empty inside. And that a bright point of light comes out of now nowhere. And it appears and grows above the crown of your head. And that light is like a little sun. This is in the essence of everything good, kind, loving, generous, patient, forgiving. And you can now just imagine that those qualities are completely infusing the light. And the light has a sense of knowing everything about you, all your secrets, everything you regret. And it's still loving unconditionally, still accepting. And it's completely understanding and embracing your innerlated true goodness. And now you can imagine that from that sphere of light, light begins to beam down into your body. Like a liquid light, and it feels warm and soft, cleansing. And it pushes down all of your regrets, all your negativities, all the things that you have said and done that you regret. They are a little bit like darkness, And that pushes down now. Actually takes on an actual liquidity, like oil, a dark substance. The liquid light from above, shining, coming stronger and stronger, filled with all these good qualities and knowing you so well. And it pushes the dark substance down. And it fills up your body from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. Complete, clear, warm, positive light. The darkness gets pushed out from out of the bottom of your body, exciting your body. You can physically feel that you are letting go of those disturbing actions and that you have been forgiven and that they won't bother you anymore, anytime. And this positive, white, warm light fills your entire body from the head to the toes. And even those last bites of negativity, darkness pushes out of the bottom of your body until you are completely free of those actions, completely forgiven. You have forgiven yourself. And then try to rest here a few moments in that feeling of being filled with light, with goodness, renewed. You are the essence of being good, kind, loving, generous, patient, and forgiving. You are forgiven. You can and you forgive yourself. Your goodness is far stronger than any of these things you request. Because your innerlated goodness, that is your true nature. And just allow this feeling, this visualization become as real as possible. And then we moving on to the last point here, resolve. And here now you can imagine again, what would you have rather done? What would you have rather said or not said, done or not? And what you try to resolve and try to do next time. And now here really take a very clear picture. Try to really form now this visualization. So whatever action you were working with today, now try to picture yourself acting in a way how you would like, how you really want to be reacting, responding in the way you wish you had. And imagining like this will make it possible for you to act like this next time, because everything starts with a first thought. If we want to go somewhere, we first must have the thought that we want to go somewhere. And here it's exactly the same. And then we can build on this habit. And maybe you can make now a small resolution for yourself to not react again in that situation in the way that we will regret later. Not to act the way we did before. That really give yourself this inner promise to try your best to react differently next time when the situation appears again. Or maybe you can make yourself a little promise not to do the action you did, is it whatever it was, for the next 24 hours, 12 hours, whatever makes sense. Just find a time which is like achievable for you. So whatever you did and you do not want to do again, give yourself here now this promises not to do it again for a specific amount of time, maybe an hour, a minute, a second, 24 hours. And then just take a moment, one more time, reflect on this last meditation. We went on this 4 point of first we were rejoicing, and then we called wrong action we did, we regret. And then we applied remedy of cleansing our body. And then resolving it by promising ourselves not to do it again for a specific amount of time. And this is really which helps us to develop ourselves every moment to a better version. So just take a moment now to take your own summary from this last 30 minutes together. Reflect on what was meaningful for you and just make it an insight for yourself. And then we can simply allow the mind to rest again on the breath for another 2 minutes here, either in the area of the nostril or the abdomen. And then we can now bring this meditation towards an end by first of all mentally clapping ourselves on the shoulders. Hey, we meditated, we tried. How marvelous, how wonderful we did. And then we can dedicate all the merit from this practice towards the development of our own mind, that so gradually our own natural response is forgiveness, kindness, and giving each other benefits. We can also dedicate this practice to become more self-aware, becoming more mindful, so that when we go about our day today, we are fully conscious of the mind about our actions, and that we do not just react blindly, but much more respond in a more compassionate manner. So we really can develop ourselves to the person we would like to be further and further to reflection, kindness, and love. And of course, may all sentient beings be benefactors from this practice. Om Mani Padme Hum, may wisdom and compassion arise within you. Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you so much for practicing with me. It's a very beautiful practice, as I said, also very nice, done in the evening. Just reflect on the day, rejoice what you did good, and take a little bit like, okay, what were actions where I could have handled better, differently, and then taking it as a motivation in the next day. And this is how we really work, like even scientifically, right? This is what we call neuroplasticity, creating, rewiring the brain more and more, building new neural pathways. Yeah. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. As usual, I'm going to be here another 2 minutes if you have any questions. And hopefully see you back on Wednesday morning.